With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And this complete to Mitchell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
53, 72.
Now a handoff looking right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Hey, hold on.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets around him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Brady. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, check it. Mike 14. Alabama.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Brady going to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Peyton Barber, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff looking right. Pushing his way inside the 40. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Barber. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Barber. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Peyton Barber with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
No. Jumper. Watch the ship.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. From midfield, here's Brady. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
now 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. To throw is Brady. And that's caught by Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Coming to you. Coming to you.
On 2nd and 9. Brady flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. They'll try to run this one in. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Jackson on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 93 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. It's caught. Mitchell. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dylan Mitchell, his fourth touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Here we go on fourth down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Brady. He's got Smith here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Let's go, D.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. The extra point up and good. And that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Yeah, we'll see how determined they are. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
First down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Brady. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over this entry mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
From the gun, a run for Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And an Allen to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson, options out left. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now here's Hill. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. And he'll get nothing out of that one. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another